operate it like that, but obviously what I'm doing now is part of my mission, but cleaning the floor is a part of my mission too, So I'd say I'm not just cleaning the floor, this is God's temple here, and I'm cleaning the Master's temple, so you can change everything like that, So
Peter couldn't finish the story about how he became to the park. He was driving, and Saisha mentions you to come.
You mentioned all the...
Yeah, no, I finished that. I just said that.
You just fall down and you go back?
No, then I went into town, and I had more experiences where I met more people. And people come up, oh, you're Peter, I saw your video, or whatever. Yeah, that's what happens when I go into town. I think that's why I'm living out here, because when
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine that. If not, there is a lot of people around.
Yeah.
And you couldn't
so
sleep.
I wasn't supposed to be like Pro. I'd be people knocking on my door all day.
Okay.
Because for many, many years I've been a writer. I've written 13 books. And you can't have people knocking on your door if you're writing a book, So...
And what's your next step right now?
Next step?
Yes, in your life.
Wow, you beautiful.
Well, I have to say, humanity there is a big separation coming, if you want to call it. And in fact, I've been reading lately, I've been guided to reread some of these biblical passages where it said there will be a new heaven and a new
La
earth.
separación del trigo y de la paja.
Yeah.
In Spanish, we say separación of the separation of the trigo, wheel? No.
Wheat and the chaff, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That is, it is, yeah.
When I was in Mexico, I was living next to a church,
¿Sí?
a fundamentalist Christian church, and they gave me a Bible in Spanish, but the words of Jesus were in red. And see, I knew what these things were, so I remember some phrases in Spanish. Todo hombre es del padre del todo niño. I remember that, and every now and then something comes in Spanish.
Your frequency when you speak in Spanish, it's amazing how it changed. It also illuminates more. Amazing.
You know what happened when I was on this island, Isla de Mujeres. It's near Cozumel. Near Cancun, yeah. And these people would come up to me on the street. The streets were dirt street. It was like a little town, and the houses just were sticks lashed together and things like this. And I went there to work on a book. I wasn't going there looking for women, even though it's the island of women, Isla de Mujeres. So I was writing a book, but if I was walking down the street, a group of Mexican guys would just come up to me, put their arms around me, and say, "Come for cerveza, come for a beer. We want to buy you a beer." So I really didn't want the beer, but they had so much love, And that's the thing I learned in Mexico, corazón. See, they already know it on some level that what makes life beautiful is here,
Sí.
So we would go and sit in a bar, and I would have a little beer, and then they would sing. And they taught me songs in Spanish.
Ay, qué lindo, so beautiful.
For an hour we'd sit there, they had a guitar, and we'd be singing. So I learned a bunch of Spanish songs.
Ay, beautiful.
And, this happened frequently.
Yes.
Just strangers would come up, put their arm around me, saying, "Oh, come with us." I could feel their love, And I said, this is what life is supposed to be like. You know what I mean?
You're learning from those experiences, and it's because you got so much light that
Yeah.
people attract to you. It's being here right now, for me, this is a gift. Idea, Peter.
It was supposed to come here because of our retreats, but it was because of him. So that's the gift.
Tomaremos copas llenas de licor. Ay, qué sueño tan profundo es el amor. They taught me that, these guys in a bar. They taught me that, and it stayed with me.
absolutely
So
in your
you
heart.
mentioned that humanity right now gonna be separate, no?
Oh yeah, well, see that picture up there, that's a painting a friend of mine did from an experience that I had.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's me
you?
under there, yeah.
No.
But being the artist, he made it more beautiful. He put the pink and the light and all that stuff.
Wow.
What I saw was a metal disc, silver disc on the...
Here in Shata.
No, this is Lake Louise in Canada.
I got
And this is in my book, Apprentice to the Masters. I think it's chapter...
We need to take all the books
chapter
with
tw-
you.
Yeah,
We're taking you
chapter 22, yeah.
to Spain.
So, yeah, this being came and got me. He said, there's a friend of yours waiting for you.
Oh.
And I thought, I don't know. This is the middle of the night. I'm not going with you.
Who is waiting for me?
And then I saw this blue-white light around him.
Oh.
And I said, okay, I'll go with the light, you know. So I get out there, and there's this spacecraft there on the ice, and this ramp came down, and I went inside. There was Saint Germain.
Oh.
Now, he said, I'm glad you followed your inner guidance. And
You graduated?
now, he doesn't need a spaceship to travel. He travels with his mind, you know. But he was sent to show me something. And when we took off, we went up over the North Pole, and he said, I am showing you this because in the future, something will happen on the Earth that will require a mass evacuation.
Wow. Como que puede ser que
Yeah.
ocurriera algo en el futuro que iba a llevar una evacuación masiva. I'm sorry, I'm translating.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then we went from the North Pole down into the Earth, and the Earth exists as there's a higher Earth. You know, it's not, you think inside the Earth it's dark and whatever. It's not. There's a higher Earth where there's light, there's grass, mountains, streams, flowers. It's just like here, but there's no war, no pollution.
Sí.
Everyone loves each other. And, you know, I met people that I knew that had died, but they were there in beautiful bodies. They were happy. And they're working on their evolution there. Eventually, we would then come back and help the people on the surface of the earth. But there are people that are not working for the light on the surface, that are causing problems, that, you know, want to, you know, that are really
Make more pain to the
causing
humanity.
epidemics and things like this,
Sí.
that we don't need to go through that. So that's what, you know, and warfare, that we don't, the children of the light, we do not need to experience that.
No.
And so these beings, I'm not talking about the gray. See, the government is pushing this whole thing that these aliens are these gray beings with the big eyes.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
There are some of those, but again, they're not evil, you know, but these are our ancestors. Where do we come from? We're aliens too, you know. We were aliens at one time, and we've just reincarnated here somewhere, and we think this is home. You know, but they're our ancestors, and they will come to pick us up and take us where we need to go.
Yes.
So it's not to worry about what's happening. I mean, it's good to feel compassion, send out light to people,
Sí,
and love and forgiveness, the violet flame and things like that.
No.
But just to know that we are, you know, going to be saved when the time comes,
Sí.
you know. And so that's another big message I have, because a lot of people now are very concerned about what's happening on the earth, and to know, don't worry, just don't get sucked into the sadness and the fear that is going around. Try to, you know, just feel that love and, you know, totally, you know, and many people have, I'm not the only one to be shown this. Admiral Byrd, who was a military guy, he discovered the entrance into the poles. He was taken in his plane into the earth, in Antarctica he was taken in.
Into the earth.
And I read his autobiography, he talks about that. And also I know that President Eisenhower and Khrushchev in Russia had contact. I know someone in the military Wendell Stevens, and he had friends that were at Edwards Air Force Base, and Eisenhower was playing golf in Palm Springs. He was taken out there, had contact with the Pleiadians, and they said, we are meeting with Khrushchev simultaneously, and we have seen the future. There will be a nuclear war on the earth unless you change your ways.
Exactly.
And right after that, Russia and the United States signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. They just said, stop building nuclear warheads. We don't want to do that. Well, Eisenhower, Khrushchev were gone now. They canceled that contract. Again, they're building more nuclear weapons and missiles and stuff. And Admiral Byrd was told the same thing. You've got to stop this, you know. There is a planet in our solar system that blew itself up. It's the asteroid belt. They did it with nuclear weapons, you know. So we are told, the Pleiadians, in fact, there's a book.
Los Pleiadianos.
It's called UFO Contact from the Pleiades. A friend of mine wrote about this contacts that Billy Meyer had in Switzerland, where the Pleiadians, they took him on board. He saw Billy get beamed up in his physical body.
Okay.
And they told him, you know, we have seen the future. Unless humanity stops this, there will be nuclear war, you know. Yeah. They didn't say there will be. They said unless humanity stops this madness, all this warfare and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You
The
know.
reason we cannot even think about it.
Yeah.
Because thinking about something is going to happen, it's going to happen, and they won't win.
And I would say last year, for several months, I was taken. They would pick me up at night when I went to sleep. I would get this ringing in my ears, and I would hear,
Do you have the
yeah,
same?
yeah,
I
go to
have
bed.
in the
That's
ear.
because they're keeping track of you.
Wow.
When they tune into, they have a computer that tunes into all these people, and you hear that ringing
Sí, sí,
when
sí.
they're tuning in.
I was crazy for 3 years before I wake up.
Yeah, yeah. So I would hear that about 10 o'clock at night. I would hear, oh, time to go to bed. I would go to sleep immediately. And I'd
Yeah, they turn you off.
they'd pick me up, and I'd be in the inner earth, and they would be teaching me things.
Oh, and now we are so lucky being with you.
Yes.
Oh,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
you are a gift for me. Thank you very much. Because 5 minutes before you arrived to the door, Saint Germain says to me, this retreat will be amazing for the whole people who will come through you. But Natalia, you are going to receive a gift. Oh, fortunately, I say, thank God. I came too. And I say, please, which one? Give me now. And
This is your present.
he's absolutely my present today.
Good, good.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you
in
for
love with your
opening
soul.
your heart and
I'm in
opening
love with your
to-
soul. I recognize
to
your
wisdom
soul.
as well, because
Gracias.
reading your book is something, but from your mouth, telling
Ah,
about
yeah.
your experience and all this moment.
And your eyes, my friend.
Sí,
Your eyes are amazing.
are infinite, infinitos.
Infinite, yes.
A lot
The
of
infinite
wisdom.
is inside your
We are all rays of light from the great central sun.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, like, so we're all cells in the body of God. That's why we all seem like familiar in some way, you know?
We know each other from
Yeah.
years and years. And
It's like, what if two cells were talking on the tip of my finger, and then maybe 3 cells and a dozen cells? Do you think that there's a being called Peter? You know? I don't know. I heard a story about this being, and then one day these cells connect with this. Oh, there's another universe over there. But wow, do you think these universes are connected? You know, that's like what we are, you know?
Sí.
And then one day one cell wakes up, there is a Peter, I saw him, you know? But
I was feeling so alone. Thank you. Because when I wake up, I started so alone 5 years ago. And I say, okay, I am with you both. I am working with you, with Lady Portia and Saint Germain. But I want someone in physicality. So you are my gift. Thank you.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Really, really, really for doing your purpose of your soul, for hear the voice of your soul, for
Thank you.
open your heart to many people from all around the world. And it's not easy to be incarnated as a big master as you are, because as you mentioned at the beginning, some people feels the spirituality like a place to go or something different to do, but it's something to be inside.
That's right.
And you are that spirituality. When I started this mission, I said, no, Saint Germain, I don't want to go to a mountain, live alone, leave my family, leave my things. I love to paint red my mouth, for example. And he says me, no, Natalia, you don't need to leave nothing. You can do both. How? Because I don't know how. I was so material, a very material person. I only believe in what I touch. And now I don't touch you, but I feel you inside me. And I feel me inside you. And with all of them. It's easy with people you know from the past.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, you see, when after I met Pearl, I thought, well, I come here to ascend, you know, or to just become a living master or whatever like that, you know. What I didn't realize was the lessons that I needed to learn were on the earth plane. So they told me to get into real estate, of all things, fix up old houses, be a landlord. And the problems I had with that, dealing with tenants, fixing up place. Oh, and then I got a real estate license, and you think, this isn't spiritual.
¡Ay, qué bueno!
But I had to learn, be in the moment. Every person you're dealing with has some lesson for you,
Wow.
you know. And I started seeing, I said, well, what are the lessons? I said, well, one of the lessons, keep your word.
Mantén tu palabra.
Yeah, even in small things, like I told some tenant, I'm going to bring you a new mailbox, but then I forgot about it. And then, you know, a month later, I told him I would do it and I didn't do it. And, you know, learn to be responsible. And one of the big lessons for me was learn to say no.
Wow.
See, I'm a Libra.
I agree.
I'm a Libra. I would try to please people, make everybody happy, and not rock the boat, you know. But there's sometimes you just need to say no.
Yes.
And I had to learn it was okay to do that. And, you know, in fact, one of my big lessons, I had to evict a tenant. And this was somebody everybody loved around. She was a single woman with a child, but then she had her boyfriend living with her. That's okay. But then he had a friend of his move in, and then his girlfriend, and they were, you know, smoking. They were partying in the middle of the night and causing a lot of noise in the town. And the police were complaining to me about tenants, and then they weren't paying the rent. And at some point, I said, I gave them notice. I said, unless you change, I've got to evict you, you know?
Yeah.
And I had to go through the whole legal thing. It took 3 months.
And it's very expensive.
And then all their friends, they didn't know the bad stuff going on. My friends came to me, how dare you evict this poor woman who's on welfare and
So
all this
hard
stuff.
for you.
know? Well, a year later, that woman came up to me on the street, and she said, your evicting me was the best thing that ever happened to me. She said, my daughter got to go, she said, I got a job working for forestry in the mountains, working on the trails. She gave up drugs, and then her daughter got to go live with the father, which the daughter wanted to do, get to know her father. And she cleaned up her life, and she got into meditation. And a year later, she was like a different person. She said, that would not have happened if I hadn't evicted her. So that was like my, almost like not final lesson, but a major lesson in mastery, you know?
So hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to do something because we feel guilty. But sometimes you have to do it. You have to let people go and learn the experience as well, the whole thing. Even if we don't feel it. But that's a great testimonial.
Sí.
You have to be...
And put your soul first, no? Be coherent with what
The
you
presence
feel.
inside, yeah.
And be present. That's amazing. That's what she was teaching this weekend.
Yeah.
We have to be present every moment and listen to us and what we have here and command them and do it.
I would love to know what would say the Peter of now to the Peter of those ages, in the 28, 25. What would you say to him, knowing what you know now?
Well, I would say that meditate on the light in here, and also accept that there's a plan for your life. That's the big thing.
Glorious.
You think,
glorious.
I've got to decide this and that, or I want to do this. Realize that before you were born, there was a plan, and if you just follow your heart, it's going to unflow, and some of the things will be challenging. Don't blame yourself that you did something bad, you know? And, you know, like I've been in a number of different relationships, you know, and people say, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you married and living happily, you know, with your wife for 50 years or something? And it said there was no problem. It's just there were different lessons I needed to learn, and I don't have any bad feeling about it. That was part of my life lesson, you know. And I'm sure that you guys being here today was destined before we were all born,
Yes.
you know.
100%.
And even Ramana Maharshi says, even the movement of your little finger is preordained.
Oh.
I don't know if I totally agree with that, but I think it's planned that you be here today, you know.
Yes, thank you.
So
You have no idea.
is this your best life of your lives?
Of all my lives?
Or of all of your lives, is this the best?
Well, it's all leading to this, you
I
know.
think yes, no?
Yeah, so this is
You're making happy many
kind of
people.
like final exam or something like that. You know?
Wow.
Well, this is, you have to realize in the movie that you are the writer of the script, you're the producer, the director, the photographer, the character, and also the audience too.
Totally.
You're the audience. So it's all your movie. So you have to say, why did I create? I don't remember writing this in the script. Why is this happening? But somehow it's something I chose to learn at this time. Don't blame anybody. Don't blame yourself. This is meant to be happening now. So I am being shown what the lesson is that I am supposed to learn here, you know?
You said I am being strong.
I am being shown what the lesson is from this experience.
Wow.
La que está pensando.
Yes.
Please.
Or
say.
I am being guided and directed. And what I do every morning when I wake up, before I even sit up, I am the God, I know you're up there. I don't see you at this moment, but please make me feel happy and feel loved today. I want to feel love. And I am the great divine director of this day.
Qué bonito, qué bonito.
Yeah. And, you know, not my will, thy will be done. You know, and then I say, well, time to get up, and okay, then one thing, and then another, and then everything
One
flows.
step by step. No?
By the end of the day, I think I had no idea of all the things that were going to happen, that there was a plan for today, and it all unfolded perfectly, you know.
Oh, qué lindo plan. What a beautiful plan we have together today.
Yes, thank you
What's
for
it?
that message.
Yeah, you know, like yesterday, I got this feeling, go to this bar, you know, and I mean, there's a restaurant there too. They have good food there.
Okay.
But it's like, this is really funny. And then there were these two women that came in, and I felt I was supposed to talk to them. And I thought, you know, I just don't walk up to pretty women and say, may I talk to you, know, think I'm after something else. But I said, if I'm meant to talk to them, it will happen. So, and then, you know, I finished my meal, I got up to leave, and then they were coming, one of the women was coming out of the bathroom. Oh, no, I know, we had to wait. She was waiting for the bathroom, and I was waiting too. So we were both standing there, and we started talking.
Wow.
And you know,
Wow.
and it turned out that she was wanting to know more about Saint Germain.
No.
Yeah, so it just all happened. And then she brought a friend over, and then there I am in this bar talking about Saint Germain.
Beautiful.
You know? So again, you know,
Ay, qué
the
bonito.
presence was showing me, saying, talk to that woman.
¿Viste?
And I said, I can't just walk up and talk to this woman about Saint Germain, or
Right.
God is in your heart or whatever, saying, oh, it's some crazy Mount Shasta guy. But it just happened naturally. So.
Wow.
Because
Qué
that's
bien.
the message you want to deliver. They want to hear about him.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were there to talk
I
to
feel
them.
like you
That's good.
attract the same vibration, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, when you vibrate in love, it's like a state of miracles. Like all
That's right.
years, every day, every moment.
Well, see, that woman I talked to, she and her friend were guided to go to that bar, that restaurant.
Wow.
And so on, she was not, didn't hear it as a voice, but it just following her heart guided her there
In the
at
heart.
that time. Yeah.
So you stay with Per for a couple of
Pearl?
years. Per?
Probably about 10 years on and off.
A long time.
Yeah. There was a time, then the time came to go separate ways,
Yeah.
And again, that happened with kind of a crazy thing where she thought I was against her. I thought she was against. Something happened, but it was causing a separation because it was time. It was time for her to prepare for her ascension. She
Of
had
course.
to stop seeing, and it kind of the whole group kind of dissolved.
Yeah.
And then she moved to Wairika,
Really.
and so it was the beginning of a change for her. And also, I needed to rely on the guru within, not just run up and see her every time. I needed
Absolutely.
to get,
To grow up your soul, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. So you started to move all around the world. Do you travel a lot?
Well, mostly before I came to, but I did go to Tibet, and I have done some other traveling, South America, Lake Titicaca, and all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're so nice. So
Yeah.
nice. Visit
I've
us.
done a lot of traveling,
Yes.
but not recently. I haven't. In the last 10 years, I haven't done much traveling.
You are not moving too much, no?
No, I'm. pretty much
They are
here.
taking care of you, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Long trip, no? Sometimes it's many hours by flight.
Long life.
Yeah, yeah,
Something real is happening to me right now.
yeah,
Yes, I feel like some energy and I look like.
yeah.
So I'm like a wrong soul.
Un alma borracha.
So I don't know if your eyes or maybe your energy or your energy with Natalie. I feel the energy of Greta to high and Tiziano is like
Strong.
bombing me.
I want to sleep actually. Right now, I just.
Do you want to go to sleep?
Well, the
Yeah,
masters.
because.
This is their temple. I call this the Church of the Seven Rays. So this is like we're in a temple now, and nobody comes here that the masters don't know about. So people say they want to go on the mountain and meet a master. Well, the masters are aware of you right now, and they're working
For the
with you.
reason
They're
we
working with
like
each of you separately.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
So just you can talk to them. Saint Germain, I feel I'd like to know, like to be closer to you. I'd like to feel more light in my being.
Ay, qué lindo. ¿Escucharon? Did you hear the history? His temple is the seven
Seven rays.
rays. We are 7 right now.
Yeah, we are. I noticed that.
It was supposed that I was going to invite someone, but someone says me no. And I understand now why. Only we 6. Wow, 7, you are the 7. Wow. You involve our souls in your soul.
Yeah, this is a.
Oh, it's a great, amazing moment of our
I
lives.
know they all here with us, because I feel it. I feel the energy as soon as I got here. I was very happy. I couldn't wait to arrive here this morning. Yeah, I knew
See?
we gotta be here.
This is the portal 999, and being here with you is like a totally gift. Not for me, more for them, because
Yeah, they just.
I am
learning
so happy about them. I was waiting for this moment for many years, and
to be with
we
your
used to come here to visit you because of them.
Great.
The gift is being happy about you, and you.
family. Thank you.
This is not a gift for me. Seeing you happy is the best gift for me. Thank you.
And everything we learn from this moment.
Yeah, it's something that you are going to take with your soul.
Yes, it's like a movie that you don't want to finish.
I know.
That you are touching.
Let's
mi amor. Dame la mano.
We talk about
Te amo.
what happened.
Los amo tanto, gracias. Gracias por abrir el corazón. Thanks for opening they opened their hearts. It was difficult for me because this was a long trip alone many years ago. Starting this way for me was very hard. Also for them to watching me, the big change I make, you won't imagine. And to say yes for my purpose. He asked me, Natalia, are you really sure you want to do this? At the beginning, he says, are you really sure? Because we have all. You don't need to do this. And he says me, you cannot stop. When you start, you cannot stop. And I say, no, no worry. I'm doing this until I die. But now, it was hard for them because they were younger.
Younger and they don't want to be.
Mama changed a lot. Mama, what is happening with you? You are weird.
No, we know Peter, and Peter is amazing.
Yeah, and be here, not only I, because for me it's done, I can die. Be here because of them, through you, it's the best gift for them, their souls. Thank you.
Thank you.
You move and inspired us.
Sí.
With your story, with the way, because we listen to her.
Yeah.
And it's not, we don't trust her, but listen to another
Voice.
voice that channel the way and the gift you give to people. It's amazing, because we never
Expect that.
But
dream this, but we have to be here today.
but it won't be the last time.
No.
We are going to come here to cook. So meet you again next year when we come back. That will be our.
Now we
mission,
know
right?
where you live.
I know. Be nice.
We're gonna start stalking you. Peter, open your laptop.
Open your door, Peter.
What I'm saying is really that the Guru is within you. I'm just a reflection of that. And, whether you say, I am the presence of God, or just say, God, God, please teach me, or God, take command of this situation. God hears you. It doesn't matter whether you call God Ram or Jehovah or whatever, or Allah or whatever. God speaks all those languages, And it's funny now, there's these people charging all this money for mantras, But probably the most common mantra in India is Ram.
Exactly.
Neem Karoli Baba. That was what he would chant. He'd just go Om Ram 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 Ram. But the people charging huge amounts of money. I mean, see, if you grew up in India and hearing Sanskrit and hearing about the gods, even while your mother was nursing you, she might have been chanting Ram Ram Ram. So even as a baby, you would hear that. So that's a great mantra to have. But for an American to be chanting that, or Mexican or something, it might be better to say Dios, Dios, Dios,
yes.
Om, Dios, 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 whatever, or God, 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 whatever it is, it's most natural is how God will respond to you,
Sí. Sí,
and
sí.
know that God is aware of everything all the time, You don't think, well, I'm only 18 or 60, whatever, it doesn't matter. God is all powerful. God has no age. God is eternal,
You're right.
eternal and all powerful.
I'm 18 and she's 16.
See, it just came like
You
that.
received the message, right? No, he received the message.
There was a guy many years ago in the 70s who would work miracles in the name of Jesus, like with people's teeth. If people had like mercury fillings, everyone that I know had mercury silver kind of fillings in their teeth. And during the meeting, they would pray to Jesus and he would change them to gold fillings.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a miracle.
Like alchemy.
So
Yeah, and they would come out and it was gold where there had been silver.
Wow.
And he traveled around, had these prayer meetings. So for him and for those people, that guy's work was to do that, to go around. And I saw people that showed me the gold,
Oh, yes?
And so he's not around anymore, I don't believe, I haven't heard that story. But there are many, many things that just say, in the name of God, I ask for this to happen, you know, or did somebody be healed too?
Yeah, that's what we got a group in the school that we heal people with a little message she got from Saint Germain. When we pray that, we heal ourselves.
Sí.
And also we helping kids, because a lot of kids, they
Want to,
depress them
Yeah.
and they want to kill themselves.
sí. From 11 to 14, 16,
Yeah.
they want
and-
to end their life.
Yeah, and we got that group, and we do a protocol that help us to find a life and stop doing what they feel. And the other part of the school as well, we helping souls that die before or going through accidents. And we do 3 different protocols that we help them to see the light. And we do kind of like 11 days doing the little
Meditation,
meditation and also
the decree, el decreto,
the decree.
the decree.
The decree. And after 11 days, they come back and say thank you.
They
See
say
the
us, thank you for giving me back to the light.
So
I have to tell you something, you know, when I was in college, my first year, I was studying to be a rocket scientist, you know, aerospace engineer.
No.
And I got so depressed because my soul, I grew up an atheist. My mother was an atheist. I didn't know anything about spirit or God or that there was a soul or anything. And I just, you know, I mean, I wanted to build rockets so I could get off the earth and go back home, wherever that was. But
Your
I
soul
was
knows
so miserable in the School of Engineering,
Oh.
just all calculus and stuff, that at one point I wanted to kill myself, you know.
Oh.
And I was in an attic of a house and I had a knife and I was going to do it.
Oh.
And then I felt, you know, I heard just like a, I wouldn't say a voice, but inner voice saying, why don't you tomorrow, don't go to class, don't feel you have to do anything. Just observe your life. Just observe. And so I did that. I didn't do homework. I walked around. I went to some of my classes, not others, and I said, this is interesting. I've been putting myself under a lot of pressure,
Oh, wow.
you know, with this stupid thing that I'm in this class that I'm signed up to do, you know, this 4 more years of this, I you know, and then
you can do it.
I
I
can't with
don't know,
myself.
but my footsteps were guided, and I saw a building that said vocational counseling on it.
Oh.
I went in and they said, oh, you're a student, we'll give you free vocational counseling. So they had me like sit down, I took a test, and the guy said, what are you doing in the School of Engineering?
Wow.
You should be either like an artist or a philosopher or something like that. And I went, oh, I'm in the wrong path. You know, and so, you know, in one day, I'm so glad that I didn't
Oh, thanks God.
leave my body because that was the beginning. I went into, you know, liberal arts, English major, you know, philosophy minor, and that really spoke to my soul, you know.
Qué bonito.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And that's a teaching as well for a lot of parents. They tell kids what to do. And for that reason, you know, you have to be a doctor. You got to go to the school to be a doctor. And that's not the right thing to do.
No, or who to marry. A lot, like in India, there's arranged marriages. You got to.
You guess what? He's 18 years and he finished the school and he says to us, Mama, I don't want to go to the university. Well, please.
I told her I didn't want to go to university, that it wasn't my path, I didn't feel it. So
Good.
I'm working with her now, helping her with the school and everything, and I feel that that's my path.
Oh,
That's fantastic. That's great.
qué
That's
lindo,
wonderful.
so nice.
Yeah, he planned the whole trip. He's 18 and he planned, you know, booking the hotel, booking the houses,
The
the
food.
schedule to pick everybody at the airport. I was so proud, Tiziano, because you did the best
Yeah.
work ever.
Well, you chose her as your mother for a reason, you know, and it's
He he's a kid. He don't want to do that, but he worked so hard
Sí, no, sí.
to do it perfectly.
So I had a time that
Ah, Glasgow.
I used to be really good at school.
Está bien, sí.
I was very smart. I didn't need to
Yeah.
study to
Yeah.
get good grades. But I felt like I didn't like school. I went to school and I felt empty. I just went to school to be with my friends,
Oh.
to spend time
To
with
hang
them.
out with them.
And I was like, what is this system? They teach you things that they don't
Yeah.
even.
Don't
Work
mean
in
anything.
life.
Yeah.
So why do I need to learn this?
Yeah,
There
I
are
know.
more important things in life
I
than school.
went through the same thing.
So I have never felt like studying, never.
Yeah.
Sujétalo.
And yeah, so I did all the process in Spain, like finishing school, making the exam to the Axis for university, but I didn't apply. Felt like, why do I need to do something that I don't feel like?
Wow.
And that's I'm here now because of that.
Yeah, you know you're gonna find your real dreams coming
Yes.
true because now your heart is gonna guide you what you're gonna do next, without feeling the pressure to go to a class that you don't wanna take.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
So
I can tell many of my friends feel obligated to go to school because of their parents. I feel really grateful to have the parents that I had. So they gave me the freedom to choose what I want. So I'm really grateful for that.
Oh.
And I have to tell you, Peter, the moment I entered here, I felt like my heart was a light bulb. Like, seeing you in your eyes, I feel just light and a lot of love, and I feel really energetic here. It's
Good.
like amazing. I have never felt like this before, and I'm so grateful to meet you. To have met you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I feel grateful.
Oh, I think I have met you in another life,
Of course, yes.
and I feel like I know you like from
forever.
forever. Yes, and I'm so grateful.
Oh, mi amor. He doesn't speak too much.
Yeah.
He's not like that. He's not like that.
For us, it's a
This is-
gift. He doesn't speak too much.
Yes,
he opened his.
I love to hear, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer hearing people, but sometimes I need to speak and say what I feel, and I think that helps me out to get it all out. And I feel really grateful to be here, to have met you. I think everything was planned before, and maybe you have started a new path in my life to maybe move into spirituality and follow the lessons of Saint Germain and Lady Portia.
Pray for me.